Hello everyone, welcome to the YouTube channel mecaniquesportive. This is Nicholas. Today I'm presenting you with sports and luxury at its finest. This is the new Mercedes Sport Light 680 Maybach. There you go, wasn't that beautiful? Wasn't that magnificent? I think it's the most beautiful convertible currently in production in my opinion. Alright, that's the end of the video. Well, not quite. As usual, we'll do a full effect. I'll list all the features of this Mercedes Sport Light 680 Maybach. You'll see there are a lot of things that are very specific to this version compared to in Sport Light. The Sport Light that comes in several trims. On the channel, we tested the 43 AMG, the 63 AMG in Germany, and in some countries, the 55 AMG. And here, we mostly have it in the two trims because there are a lot of penalties. This one as well, and we'll talk about prices, etc. But you'll see that this one is really a level above. Hey you, yeah, you, I'm talking to you. Would you be kind enough to click the subscribe button and give a little like? It helps me create these videos, thank you. Leaving a comment would also make me happy. Well, feel free to tell me which luxury convertibles you know about. There are fewer and fewer convertibles these days. All the brands are stopping making them. Mercedes is still one of the few brands that offers convertibles. And high-end sporty convertibles are becoming even rarer. So with Maybach, we're talking luxury convertibles, not sportiness. Even if we start with a Sport Light 63 AMG, there are many differences, especially in handling. Since this is a Maybach version, a lot of things have been reworked on this car, both in terms of the engine mapping, the suspension, steering feel, interior, upholstery, seats, soundproofing, exhaust, and overall look. A lot of things have been done to this car. Since we're using a Sport Light 63 MJ, it has the same V8 4-liter biturbo engine, 585 horsepower and 800 Newton meters of torque. You can still do 0 to 100 in 4 seconds. I'll show you that right after this in the video. You'll see, it's pretty impressive. The difference is that the exhaust has been reworked. It's much smoother and it's less noisy than the AMG version. But in sport mode, we still get a sound that makes us happy. The car is 4 meters 70 long and 1 meter 36 high with the roof closed. 1 meter 92 wide without the mirrors, 2 meters 10 with the mirrors, so we're dealing with a big baby here. You can see we have specific 21-inch rims really dedicated to this Maybach, and there are 2 different styles. Personally, I would choose these rims because they're gorgeous. With all these spokes, there must be 40. It's magnificent. We have a braking system that's the same as the Mercedes Sport models. So no calipers and no carbon ceramic brakes. We stick with steel, but with calipers. Maybach painted in silver. The rims, but Baroque the cap as if we had a central nut. We have Pirelli. We have 275 in the front, 305 in the rear. Let me tell you, we've got big wheels and tires, and we're on P0 for great grip. 4-wheel steering in the rear, it turns up to almost 10 degrees, the engine. So, I already told you about that, and we're looking at a monogram finish, so that's the Mercedes manufacturing department that allows us to have this. It's the Monogram edition, so with lots and lots of little monogram logos. Maybach everywhere on this car, and you'll see, it's pretty impressive. There are a lot of them. I haven't counted, but there are hundreds. What's special about this grille as well is this chrome mirror part. Mirror effect. Really, it's sublime. It really matches the car with the accents, for example. The logo, the line that comes onto the hood, this on the sides, the rims, this part here, the side skirts with the Maybach logo, the rear rims. In short, the mix between a little bit of sportiness still and a lot of luxury. As for the weight, this car is around 2,000 kilograms, 1,975 kilograms to be exact. That's the empty weight, so add 70 liters of fuel, 8 liters in the gearbox, 8 liters of oil, etc. We're over 2 tons, and with someone inside, about 2,100 kilograms. If you didn't eat too much at the cafeteria, we're still using active suspension. We're talking about 4-wheel drive, the TIC Plus format, but this time it's been made less sporty, much less radical, and much more pleasant and safer. Buying in Sport Light usually means you're someone important. I also forgot to mention the turning diameter. A steering wheel at 12 meters 35 is impressive for this car and will be a real advantage on winding roads. I haven't mentioned the price, starting at $259,000 without options, but you can still add Maybach features. The model I'm showing today costs $275,000. Gold, penalty, of course, and here in France, neither the government nor environmentalists like this kind of car. That's a real shame because I really like 70,000 euros in penalties. So, let me tell you, this is a car that's pretty rare in France. I think I have one of the very few models registered in France, and you'll see more of them in Monaco or countries like that or in Dubai. Because in France, we don't really have that culture of extreme and flashy luxury. We tend to be a bit more discreet. Well, I have to admit, this one is more discreet than a Lamborghini or things like that, but a Lamborghini is sporty. It's not as classy as this. It's a bit like a Rolls-Royce, let's say, this Maybach finish. Exactly. Maybach was created to rival brands like Rolls-Royce and Bentley, including the Rolls-Royce Spectre. I have to admit, it was incredible, and this color reminds me of that. However, the Spectre isn't available as a convertible. I'm not saying anything wrong, just my opinion. It could be one of the competitors, but that's a fully electric car. Here, we still have a V8 biturbo, it's something else. What I'm gonna do is take the camera in my hand and show you all the specific details of this car, because there are a lot of them. So, look at the beauty of this machine. No matter the angle you look at it from, it's stunning. I'm speechless about the rear. I think the front three-quarters is the car's most beautiful view. From the side view, you can see the full length of this well-sitting car. You can even raise it if you need to, for example, to go through gates or things like that. I might need it, for example, when entering my place. It could be helpful. To avoid scraping the underside, since we have adaptive suspension, we can raise the car. That's a real advantage. Here, I put them in convertible mode because I think it looks really beautiful. Let's start with the front because there are already a lot of unique features. This hood. So we call it the Monogram series because, look, well, the sun is shining here, but the monograms, all the Maybach logos are directly painted under the varnish. They're not really stickers, plus this chrome strip that reminds you of luxury cars from back in the day and the Mercedes logo. Now, I'm a little disappointed here that we have the Mercedes logo and not the Maybach logo, but I forgive them. You can move it like this, just like back in the day, the little one, but with a classy little touch added. But here is the Mercedes, very beautiful. Look at the color. Again, the color is sublime. It's becoming more and more rare. Beautiful paint jobs are often, you get an orange peel effect, but here you have it much less. So they also reworked the Maybach grille. Just like on the S-Class Maybach that I tested on this channel, so we're talking about the grille. Unfortunately, it's made of plastic. We would have preferred something metal, especially since we're dealing with 2 tons. We weren't really worried about that anymore, but it still looks very nice. All the driver assistance sensors are integrated right here. Inside, the front camera, the parking sensors are a bit lower, and the license plate holder is also quite nice. Look, especially here, it's a bit raised there. And you can especially see in the grille here as well, all the Maybach logos. We have chrome as well. And that's something that seems to be in fashion. That is, this slit in the middle that divides the bumper into 2 parts. You see it on more and more cars. BMW does it too. MINI does it too. With this style, what I like is that it's thin, it's close together, it's discreet, it's understated, it's elegant. In short, it has everything it needs to fit well with this car. We still have small air curtains in the intakes on the sides and see how it widens. It's beautiful. Even seen from above like this, I find it sublime. And you can see the white interior is absolutely insane. Let's discuss the lights. We have special features like matrix LED and digital light from Mercedes. With more than 1 million points for lighting, it has this feature and especially the uniqueness of this Maybach. Look, it's this kind of rose gold inside that we will see specifically on this version. And why? Why? You're going to tell me because look at the key, also the key. They did specific work, they put back a bit of the same color as here, so to have this particular feature, and they reworked the key. Maybach. The weight is the same, but this one's metal, unlike the usual. It still has lock and unlock features. You can usually raise the top with the key. So, that's it. First special feature plus the special grille compared to an AMG plus the special mesh. So, you can already see that the whole front part has been redesigned and the grille will be backlit at night. Next, when you get to the side, you have these wheels that are really specific to Maybach, so you can see them right here. With all these spokes, the Maybach brake calipers, we still have a big system, 6 pistons, the tires, as I was telling you. So in 275 and 305. Now here's another Maybach detail. So that's not actually an air vent. It's just for looks. The door sill and the whole lower body are unique. Maybach with the name repeated. Handles are on the side. We find what we have on the SLs, the standard mirrors, but with cameras as well, and so this whole chrome part. When I say it's a mirror, it truly is. Especially when clean, it's beautiful. Of course, we have the windshield wipers with the nozzles integrated directly since it's a convertible. Also, you don't want too much water so it doesn't spray everywhere, so they're heated, etc. for the winter. Top notch on the side, as you can see here, like I showed you earlier, it's sublime. The rear rims are also 21 inches, matching the front size. While it's convertible, look at the soft top, so with all the Maybach logos. This part here is inside the car and is the soft top that rises. We have the safety roll bars that come out here in case of a rollover. You can see that it's really sublime. I'll quickly show you the inside, then show the interior again later. There you go, just a glimpse of how beautiful this is. We have the specific Maybach badge here, the spoiler here, which rises up like on the AMG. You can raise it to 2 positions. And the 680, well, it's a shame. Because back in the day, when it was a 600, it meant you had a V12 engine. It's a shame they didn't put a V12 engine in this car. It would have been amazing. They preferred to use what already existed. But I admit, if we had the V12 that we tried in the sport-liked Maybach, that would have been great. But hey, we can't complain. We're already in something pretty nice. The lights, so here we have the same lights as the sport-liked. However, when it comes to the exhaust, it's a specific Maybach exhaust. So no big AMG exhaust here. We have a smaller exhaust. With a chrome bar inside, also this whole chrome section, a small, discreet diffuser. Not sporty, but it still works. And look here. If you want to see the size of the tires, they're really big. They stick out here. Do I like that? I really do. It's mainly how it's sculpted here near the Maybach area. Just look at the tires. You can even see them from the back. That's absolutely stunning. The trunk, we have a trunk with 240 liters of space. I'm not going to get inside since I don't fit. Look, even when it comes to the carpet, the thickness of the carpet Maybach here, we have a small recess underneath where, for example, you could store a small tripod. I took my scarf because it wasn't very warm this morning. The subwoofer that's there in this part, so to store the soft top like it is here, for example, you have a little more space when the soft top is stored. So this folds up. The triangle is in the back right here. You can lower this part directly and close the trunk or lock it right away. Of course, we're in a Maybach, so I don't have to do it myself. It's obviously electric. Just look, even from this rear angle. It's gorgeous with its curves, this beautiful red, cherry red paint. Absolutely stunning. On this side, you'll put in 70 liters of gas, and depending on how you drive, you'll get about 300 to 400 kilometers. If you drive only on the highway, you'll use about 10 or 11 liters and can travel at least 500 kilometers if you don't drive too fast. I never get used to it. It's so beautiful. Now, let's talk about the interior. I gently open the handle, it pops open, and I open the door. We're in a Mercedes, but in a Mercedes Maybach. And just look at the beauty. On top of that, the sun is shining with this incredible white. We even have accents on the leather here. My bar on top, the Burmester sound system, which I always find incredible. Here we find the usual. Now a saddle or a Maybar. Heated seat, ventilated seat, air in the neck. Adjust the right seat with my controls here and all my seat settings. Memory for 3 positions. The handle for opening and closing the vehicle, the window controls all set at once, and the mirrors, the trunk opening. Here, everything is leather, but look, it's leather everywhere, 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 inside as well. Even the compartments here are leather, and it's padded inside. It's padded everywhere. It's nice. The point is for it to be nice. Who argues on that side? The Maybach door sill, backlit. The Maybach pedals, so that's the same. We're in the realm of extreme luxury. The white carpets. So look at the sheepskin here. It's beautiful and everything is white. Look, even the interior here, behind the carpets, everywhere, everything is white and it's absolutely sublime. The seats are the same. We still have the special Maybach seats. The air scarf here, which was invented by Mercedes to have warm air on the neck. The Maybach here, and it's the same. Look at this here, the beauty. The beauty, when I tell you beauty, it's truly sublime. The seats then, perforated because they're ventilated and heated, and massage as well. And look how much it makes you want to get inside. In the back, they've removed the two rear seats, but look at the leather work, that's incredible. The Burmester sound system has speakers throughout. One here, there, and over there, though I can't recall the total number. There are some up there, over there, they're a bit hidden all over the place. In short, the sound system is just incredible. Burmester, for me, it's one of the best systems at Mercedes. They're really good at that, the adjustments for everything. The whole seat is electric. And we also have a little bit of space in the back. If I pack carry-on bags for vacation, I'm not sure Mercedes makes specific luggage. But well, if you have the little white bags, it would be amazing to be able to have them. We don't have a 2+2 or rear seatbelt, so you can't seat anyone there. Notice this part here, regular ones don't have it as their armholes usually end there. Here, we have what looks like a 2+2, and you can fit people in. But here, it's strictly a two-seater. And we have this specific part to cover here, which will be useful. Basically, I don't really know how. We call it the wind deflector, but actually we won't have a wind deflector. We'll have this glass section, so a real piece of glass here, plus this whole part that will act as a wind deflector to have maximum comfort. And same here, it's all padded. It's leather and it's padded. This actually makes it quieter and reduces resonance. So when you're going to drive, and when you drive, you get in here and you find yourself in a Mercedes. Just the way we like it, we have a dashboard, and when you turn it off in a Maybach, you can customize it. As usual, we still have the head-up display. And look at this hood. That's what really impresses me. It's also very unique. Here it comes back up so you can put this trim piece in, and that really makes a difference. We still have our big screen here. It's still adjustable at different angles. You can still set it up and look here. Also, when I open it, I can adjust it with my cursor here. I don't know if you can see it well, but it actually allows me, if there's sunlight, for example, to always have good readability. It's well lit inside so you can see clearly. This is a unique feature of this Maybach. There are lots of specific things, so we have these seats. We also have the steering wheel with the Maybach logo. That's something we're familiar with. On the S-Class, driving assistance features and voice controls are on one side while menus are on the other. The home button is for adjusting. This screen is the same. But since we're in a Maybach, you'll see the specific Maybach gauge. I have to admit, it's not my favorite. The sporty one is nice, like this, or the standard one. It changes the menus here for me, for example, and when I want to go back, I just press. Right there. Menus always include top shortcuts for notifications and more. Or the car shortcuts there, for example, for the settings. Now, especially when it started, the start-stop button is here, and we always have the turbines here. Magnificent as well here, beautiful lighting. I give them a little bit of night. Everything is white at the bottom, it's sublime. The fact that he made it black here, that's intentional, of course, it could have been white. But if it's white, actually, we'll have all the reflections on the windshield. So it's black leather, everything is padded and beautiful, and everything you touch feels great. There's piano black trim, 2 USB ports as usual with Mercedes, wireless charging, a double cup holder, the touch control for personalizing your setup and shortcuts here. So, well, it's a false start. I'll start it for you, then here I can close this. These are the controls for the convertible top. An opening with, again, 2 USB ports. It's here plus a small storage space. The seats, so I've shown them to you. The glove box on this side, just beautiful. A little bit of space, really. Very little room here inside. I'll come back to storage a bit more, but we still have some space here. It would have been great if, like the old ones, this could be lifted to put something there, but I think it already is. The gas tank is hidden underneath there. On top, something very basic. The borderless rear view mirror. And the controls here for the lighting as well. A little light there and the Save Our Souls button. The sun visors, even the sun visors, are beautiful. This interior is here to easily grab the parcel shelf. Look, of course, to make it easier. There's a big mirror, but I'm a bit disappointed. Mercedes, the small letters, though, so the mirror is very big, but it would have deserved to have some little LEDs. The mic here to talk to Mercedes, or on the phone as well, a mic there. That way you can hear everyone well. I think that's it. We've covered everything. What do you think about this Maybach? It's crazy, right? Luckily, there isn't a back seat because otherwise it would have taken 2 hours. The video to present. Like the sport-liked Maybach I showed you? No, not the sport-liked, the S-Class Maybach. You saw it. That video was incredible. I need a Maybach in my life. Yeah, it's decided. I'm going to work a little more. No, actually, no, I already work way too much. I don't know how to start a fundraiser, so I'm hesitant to begin. The meter there. And this time, I can choose my modes. So I have the Maybach mode with the little diamond right here. So, which makes the engine move. Not the engine, the suspension, and in Maybach, the steering has comfort and sport modes. Sport mode activates all sport settings and opens the valves. And listen carefully, there's a little something here. And then the individual mode that you can customize for the engine, suspension, and steering. Basically, the Maybach Comfort or Sport mode will do the job just fine, and most importantly, you can hear the valves closing when you're in Comfort or Maybach mode. Compared to Sport mode, Sport opens them up a bit more, changes the mapping, the suspension, and the steering. And here are the Scout hours. I always find it pretty nice. What do you think? Do you want to listen to the engine's sound or not? I'll put you in the back with the microphone. It's not bad, right? I hear less inside, mainly the soft sound of the turbos. And we're going to try this car, let's go. Or although the resonance there in the little corner is quite soft. I didn't even want to show it with the top up. Normally, if I do this, I think the top goes up, so it takes about 15 seconds. There, the little system that closes right here, and the windows roll back up. And just like that, you have a different car, all with the key, which is cool to do at a cafe terrace. When your car's parked over there like that, and when you get in, it's nice and comfortable inside. That's something else. It looks different, which I don't have since I didn't show you everything when it was closed. Yeah, you'll forget. There's so much to say every time. So the soft top, look, the style is there once it's closed with all the Maybach logos here. And above all, Hop, the thing that impresses me the most is that they've completely redone the inside of the soft top with this white Alcantara. Look how beautiful it is, all in white like this. It's just sublime. The soft top's interior was redesigned for better soundproofing and less noise. And here, we're really in another world. Wow, and look at that, because it's closed. Do you prefer it open or closed? Isn't it beautiful? Ladies and gentlemen, here I am, setting off in this magnificent car, the SL. But I'm incredibly fond of this interior. So we're going to set off, hit the road. As usual, different types of roads will start like this. It's not very warm this morning, 18 degrees and cloudy, but we're still going to try to make the most of it. Let's get started. Oh, the smoothness, that muffled side, that powerful side, the rocks we hear. It's pleasant. So we have the V8 4-liter twin turbo. 585 horsepower, which we also find in the sport-liked 63 MG, but it's completely different. It's much more subdued. The exhaust has been reworked. The mapping, everything to make it pleasant. And even when it takes off, a little blinking sound. There, the four-wheel steering. Oh, wow. This comfort and this feeling on the pedal. Right now, I'm just 2 millimeters of pressure on the pedal. This bulging hood like that, oh wow, wow, and this comfort. I'm in third gear. It's not going over 2,000 revolutions per minute. It's made to be pleasant, to have that little purr, it's nice. I don't have it. I'll turn it back up. The air conditioning noise went down. This pleasure, it makes me want to be one of Stot's L. Maybach's or Maybach's clients. You know that man who made it in life and arrives at the casino or anywhere, and they open the door for you. Me, I'm already lucky enough to be able to get my hands on it. Thank you again, Mercedes, for lending me this car. I'm a big fan of the sport liked, I love it. The steering, the smoothness of the wheel. It filters so well, it's so well soundproofed, it's so pleasant. Even the brake pedal, the deceleration, even when you come to a stop. I've got my auto hold anyway. We're in a Mercedes. I still reset the consumption to 0.
Here is your news update at 8:46. Yes?
Because when you say the brand name, there's the voice command. I forget every time. It's Hyperb SAS. The soundproofing, the interior, the white everywhere. Since I love white interiors, I find it incredible. But what makes it drive this way? Even sports cars and AMGs can be driven gently. They're very enjoyable. But here, we're moving up to another level. Super well soundproofed for a convertible, and it's the same here. They reworked the soft top, they added more layers, making this incredible interior even better. All right, let's treat ourselves and hit the little button to drop the top. What's nice is it doesn't lower the windows all the way, so I can leave my camera on the side and still enjoy the open sky. Directly open. Of that. And above all, I can let the whole world enjoy this interior. Thank you, it works like this. He said it right there, I'm at my best. And yeah, clearly we can't do better than that. I'm just going to screw myself over a little bit. And look at this pleasure, this white interior, this beauty. It's soft, it's pleasant, and above all, in this Maybach, we also have the Maybach logos here. This integrated deflector differs from the 63's 2+2 layout. This model is strictly a 2-seater with no rear seats. Look at that, wow, just wow. It's just you and madam or sir or whoever you want next to you in the ultimate luxury. And I can tell you, it doesn't leave anyone indifferent. Did you see the look on those elderly people's faces on the side? They said, who is that movie star driving in that Maybach? So I can tell you that you're going to have people turning their heads to look at you. It doesn't leave anyone indifferent. And clearly I understand, because if I saw her outside, I would have said, wow. Who is this man of good taste who treated himself like that? No, you're going to win. It's crazy how much it attracts sympathy. It attracts smiles. It attracts shocked people. Because already an SLC bow. But here, we're really moving into another realm. And now I'm almost at 50 kilometers per hour. And even in a convertible, this V8 biturbo, I can't hear it. It's ultra quiet. You really get that Maybach feel. And it's so pleasant at a 40-degree angle. It's smooth, it's quiet, the suspension is comfortable, and I know I have 585 horsepower under my right foot, and that, if I need it, the car won't hesitate to go. To be able to take me along in a giant's hand like that, pushing me in the sound of the leaves. And to see everything, I'm going to take you on a nice little country road. We'll be able to push it a bit. I love this feeling of freedom, of comfort, of endless luxury so much. We're in a whole new situation. I've driven the convertibles, I love convertibles, but here, clearly, wow. What's great is we also have all the driving aids, assistance, comfort, and safety. Honestly, it's beyond words. On one hand, I'd like to take you for a ride and see your reactions. Even the comfort, braking, 9-speed gearbox, and deceleration are smooth with no jerks. It's been a while since it's run, but we have a start and stop system if needed. It's especially useful in the city for that reason. For example, here's the fuel consumption. We're currently at 24 liters per 100, which isn't unreasonable. It goes up a little. We have a big engine. We haven't been driving fast. There hasn't been any start and stop, so obviously it uses more fuel. But what I also saw earlier was an average of 15.6 over 2,000 kilometers. That's really not unreasonable. 15.6 with such a big engine is honestly really good. I'm living my best life. You have no idea how much listening to crooner radio, some little jazz like this, I feel privileged. It's incredible. I love it. I'm a fan, a huge fan. It's so good. I deserve this in my life. Subscribe, leave comments. I'm gonna buy this. Please, I want one. We need a small one, a wing, so that gives you a little idea of what we see at night in this car. Look at this lighting, Prince DeMonico Nicola, nice to meet you. It's so beautiful, it's always sublime. I've loved Mercedes since they introduced all these LED lights. And it feels like a nightclub, I love it, but all that's missing is my darling right here next to me. Besides, she told me no, but she said you have to take me for a ride and everything. I'm still going to try to pick her up. I have to do it. Enjoyed it a little bit. All right then, for now, I'm still in comfort mode. We're going to test sport mode right away, but just to give you a little idea of comfort mode, take a look. If I press a little, it accelerates a lot. You can hear the V8, that characteristic sound, and we have several modes. As I was saying, there's the Diamond Comfort mode, the mode specific to Maybach, which makes the suspension even softer. The steering really gives this car an even more exceptional feel. The Diamond mode is really the ultra luxury, ultra comfort mode, which will make this car even more refined. It makes the mapping even smoother, as if you had a chauffeur driving you, and as if you were sitting in the back of the Maybach. Do you remember the S-Class Maybach I reviewed last time? I was the first in France to show it to you. There. I think I'm also one of the first French people to have the chance to drive this kind of car. And actually, here, with Diamond mode, the mapping is different again, the gear shifting and so on. But I still have the power if I want it. It's always enough. As Rolls-Royce used to say, for example, a brand that can be compared with Maybach mode. We also have Sport mode or Individual. This time, Sport mode is more aggressive. And here, for example, I can have fun with the paddle. Ha, and there. Oh, 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 wow, and there and there. Careful with the little turbo boost. The p'koo, oh, 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 ho, p'choo, p'choo. It really takes off. And you? Besides, let's stop that. Diamond mode. Don't worry, a little later, on some winding little roads and all that. We're going to have another little session, it'll feel good. Come on, let's get on something smoother and see how it goes. Also, let's see if this deflector does its job well. There we go, thank you, sir. And with this little view of Paris, it picks up speed nicely. Since it's a small road with a 110 speed limit, we'll get right to it. And the comfort, well, I'm in a Maybach. I've got a big V8 AMG under the hood. It doesn't make a sound. It's ultra quiet. I've got all my driving assists. It accelerates smoothly. The engine is so discreet, and that's really pleasant. It's a Maybach, not an AMG. Don't mix them up. If you want an AMG, choose the 63 AMG. It'll be noisy, carbon will be everywhere, no luxury, just sportiness and power. What I want right now, today in my Maybach, is to know the power, but with comfort and luxury. Here I have all I need. Driving aids, comfort, luxury, and refinement. I'm 6 feet tall and I have just the right amount of headroom for it to be comfortable and pleasant. Not much. In a convertible you hear trucks and other sounds, of course. But it's true that when it's closed, it's beautiful, honestly. I won't hide it from you, it's beautiful. I didn't expect that at 110 it would be so well protected from the wind and that actually this deflector would do its job so well. But actually, look here, what we have inside, you don't get in every car. There you go. The fact that they removed the 2 rear seats makes a difference compared to the Sport-Light, where, what's the stuff? There's actually a bit more turbulence inside the cabin. Anyway, it's really enjoyable. We're really going to experience the nighttime atmosphere in a tunnel. And you'll see here, I love it. I'm really a fan. The air vents and the white parts really stand out. People outside must be saying, wow. Actually, I think we say wow all the time when we see this car. It's incredible, crazy, absolutely crazy. There's no other word for it. Actually, I love it, and that's all there is to it. I just closed it. We'll drive with the roof shut. When driving a bit faster, you can hear the engine a little, but when it's closed, because there's less wind noise, it's smooth. When you accelerate, you can feel that power. You can feel that thing, you know? So what's good about it here? There was a truck that was pushing its gears to the max. It's really well soundproofed, if. It's a real pleasure. And above all, I know I have power. I don't need to go fast, and actually, that's often the case. With these powerful cars, you don't always want to go fast simply because you know you can. And some people will do it. But me, for example, I know I can drive at 300 with it, but I don't need to right now, for example, to get going. To get up to 90, I just press the pedal lightly, it brings me there. And I'm already at 90. I press 10% of the pedal, and that's it. That's also luxury, this pedal. It closes. So it allows me not to have to keep my toe pressed down too much, so it tires my foot out less too, and it's all these little details that actually make the difference. And I don't even know why I'm driving at 70, 90 here. There you go. Drive me. I'm going to leave my hands here. I'm going to be driven. Even the 90. For a convertible, I've rarely heard a convertible this quiet, to be honest with you. It's really very well soundproofed. We've got gigantic tires here. We've got 21-inch rims, and I'm still comfortable. I'm well insulated. Let's not forget, we have a fabric roof. We don't even have double laminated windows. Our windows are simple, but quite thick. But I'm already in a lot of comfort, and it's quite pleasant. After several dozen kilometers at 110 on the highway, it's honestly very pleasant. Even at 90, my average dropped to 11 liters, which is much, much more reasonable. I saw that when I'm around 110, I'm between 7 and 8 liters per 100. Right about here, it switches to 130. The car will do it automatically. It passes the sign, whew, 130. It accelerates again, or it accelerates saying, I'm going, don't worry, 130 kilometers per hour. It just shifted into 9th gear. I'm at 1800 revolutions per minute, very low in the revs, so that's it. 9-speed gearboxes and large engines let you drive at very low revs. In the revs, you could even be at 1500 revolutions per minute, even at 130. Honestly, it's still very well soundproofed. Let's not forget, after all, we're in a car that, at its core, has a sporty character. With tires like these. And it's still a convertible, so it's actually pretty well soundproofed for this type of car. Of course, it's not a Rolls-Royce, but we're still very, very comfortable in here. Activate the driver's massage.
I'm activating the massage for the driver's seat. There you go.
And now I just have to leave my hand like this. I can fold my legs. And I let myself go. Small country road, very rough. Well, yes, because my castle is at the end of this avenue. So I also need to test the Maybach mode with this adaptive suspension in the countryside, so of course I always do. A senator's pace when it comes to suspension, pretty comfortable in big potholes. We have to be careful because we have 21-inch rims, so the goal is to watch out for potholes with this kind of large rim because they can get bent much more quickly. And check the car since it's still clean. So clearly it's very comfortable. You can feel that it's still a big car, that it's still quite heavy. But it lacks the sporty philosophy of the sport-liked 63, as I mentioned. Four-wheel steering does a wonderful job. You really feel it in the turns, even on long curves or roundabouts. That's a big advantage Mercedes introduced. Mercedes is one of the only ones to have that much steering angle on the rear wheels. We accelerate again, release, still in diamond mode, so this mode pushes a little if needed. But it's not the sportiest one. The suspension still remains a bit firm. You can tell it's based on a sporty car. Let's test sport mode. Wait. We made a mistake there. can open the top up to 50 km/h. And I admit, though, that in sport mode, you can hear the exhaust a little bit. That's to let me know it's done, the top is down. Thank you. Excuse me, that's going a little fast there. So you don't feel the speed at all. It accelerates very quickly, very strongly, but you don't feel the speed at all. And this is really a car made for the Autobahn, or really for cruising on small roads. Well, I had lowered my average to 11 liters. I think it's going to go back up pretty quickly now. And of course, I still have my little massage. So it doesn't have the feedback like a 63 MG, but the sound of the turbo is magnificent. And when you're in sport mode, you can still hear the V8, but if I switch back to Diamond, it's more muffled and you can tell some valves are opening, which makes a difference. Just a bit. As usual, my empty road. For 0 to 60, is there launch control in sport mode? Yeah, wow. Ooh, whoa, 100. It's fast, it's efficient, it's good, that's it. As usual, we'll stop it from 100 to 0. Oh, wow, I'm shocked, right? But it stopped in such a way. I wasn't ready. Wait, let's start over, because I really wasn't ready for that. Wait, let's get back on track. 100 to 0. It's so comfortable. So, it's very powerful. I can hear the brake pads gripping these brakes tightly. It's so pleasant. Even emergency braking feels nice. Incredible, incredible. I'm shocked. You can feel the suspension and ABS working together, and the wheels never locked up. It's crazy how effective the drop is on this car. Well, sure, I'm 68 years old, I'm young, retired, and I bought myself an SL Maybach. I'm doing well in life, I just sold my architecture firm. But I still have a sport mode in my Maybach, and it works too. In the corners. Wow, okay, the steering is still just as enjoyable. It brakes well, and what's crazy is that even in sport mode, it's still very comfortable. It goes really, really well. It grips the road very, very well. It brakes super well. It's really enjoyable. Wow. It tightened my seatbelt due to heavy braking, but since Mercedes prioritizes safety, it's now loosening it slightly. The middle is pretty good. You calmed down, right? No, I haven't calmed down. It activated the ABS here for once. But it holds really well, so it's not made for rough driving. You can drive fast at a good pace like we just did here, but it's not made for rough driving. But it still works a little. You can feel it. You can feel that you're being pushed, but gently. And love, don't move. There's this sort of little tunnel bridge. Go see if this V8 sings a little. Hear the resonance every time. I love it. Okay, so actually it makes noise outside. Inside, it was muffled, so you hear it less, but in the tunnel, with the V8, you hear a lot more from the outside. It's pretty impressive. I really like this car. I don't know if I already told you. I love it. I love it. Honestly, it can go fast. You can drive it casually. It's not made to be sporty, but it can go fast. Yeah, it can go fast. Really, really fast. I love it. Just be careful with the weight, though. It's a little bit heavy. Light, but when accelerating, you barely feel it. Honestly, the four-wheel steering does a wonderful job. You really feel like you're taking the car wherever you want, however you want, whenever you want. Plus, it's all-wheel drive, so you don't have any traction problems. You know the rear isn't going to slide out. It's not made to have an ultra-sporty setup, so it's really stable. It's always safe. And if someone is tailgating you, you tell them, I'm not stopping. I'm keeping my Maybach. It's so smooth. It's so smooth. I love it. I love it. All right, that's enough nonsense. Let's get back to Maybach mode. The little diamond and the massage. I thought to myself, hey, I'll give you a little point of view like this, almost as if you were there. There you go. It's beautiful, right? I never get tired of it. No matter who I meet, everyone is like, wow, magnificent. Some people stopped here earlier, hikers. When I took photos in the beautiful forest, they asked, what is this? It's amazing. We've never seen anything like it. I think that when you have this here, you become part of a certain elite. It's not like some Watts sports cars. There, I think, yes, in society, you're still a notch above. You're respected. It's not a Lamborghini or an Aventador or anything loud. It's something different. You think this is a person who has taste. It's not necessarily someone who wants to show off. It's someone who has succeeded. That's how I see it. A Maybach like that, it really means you're one of those people, like young people say, who matter in the game. That's it. It's clear. Maybach, that's all. There's nothing else to say. Anyway, that's it. I love the good life. You know, nation, the grill that lights up. It's magnificent. I hadn't noticed. There's the Maybach on the side that goes all the way to the back, and that's the first time I've seen that on a Mercedes. Illuminated door handles and white lit interior. And as soon as we open it though, it'll be a whole different vibe. So here it stays white, but as soon as it starts, it'll switch to blue, the white balance is set, and the crowd, white. At first, it's really awesome. And so now with the lighting and the atmosphere that's set, it's beautiful. And on the side, you see that idiot friend with his Tesla. It's really super, super beautiful. And a nice little night video where I can show you exactly. So this time, the atmosphere with the engine running, the consumption went up a little bit. LEDs are visible all around the doors along with the beautiful ventilation. The white really stands out, the blue as well up there, but maybe what's a bit of a shame is that in the back, nothing is lit up. I would have liked to maybe have the Burmester speakers. Well, honestly, it's still really, really awesome, and I really love this atmosphere. You can pick any colors you like. What do you think? The night lighting and a little bit with the high beams on a Mercedes. When it's dark, it really, really lights up well. Of course, the digital light, you can really see it here. Look at the squares that move on the road. I'm on high beams really everywhere except around the cars, and you can see that the squares move a lot depending on the suspension. And that's pretty impressive because it really, really does a great job. Look over there on the side, it redirected instantly right away and lights up the side again. You can see that even from very, very far away, it redirects the cars. Don't dazzle them. Once there's one, it does the same. The road signs, well, it lights them up less brightly so that I'm not dazzled. And there, it's really, really impressive with so many points. Mercedes always amazes me a lot with that. And so even with lighting in the distance, you can really see, even on the side there, I have Thierry overtaking me. And look at the outlining. It really, really follows his license plate in his car. It's pretty impressive, and it's always instantaneous. And no matter where you look, if I move from left to right, it's really going to follow. His car is well outlined, really everything you need. Every time I tell myself, it's really impressive. And now there are going to be a lot of people, and look on the highway. It really outlines everyone, even him on the side, who is coming in pretty well from the side with a rather sharp angle, and, well, it outlines everything. And I still stay on high beams almost everywhere. I find it impressive every time. So that's thanks to all the cameras we have under the rearview mirror, which allow us to use high beams almost all the time and everywhere, and especially to have good lighting with the signs that won't dazzle me. Even from afar, it's already happened for them, and here we're using high beams everywhere. It's really, really impressive, the digital light with my little nighttime point of view here. Honestly, that's just awesome. A quick conclusion about this Mercedes Sport Liked 680. Maybach, what's our take? I wanted the V12, but it's not a big deal. The look is incredible. It's the most beautiful DSL I've ever seen in my life. Clearly, thank you, Maybach department, for putting this on in Sport Liked. Back then, there was the S Class, which was the convertible version, bringing this very luxurious cabriolet. Here, we're dealing with a philosophy where we really take part of a sports car and turn it into something very classy. And it's really well done. Because we have a streamlined design, we have this look. We really have both sportiness and, at the same time, this classy chic, this luxury elegance. In short, for me, it's still a magnificent car. And as I've said many times, for me, it's surely the most beautiful convertible that exists right now, even though there are other brands that make very beautiful ones too. But this one, with its lines, this contrast, it's the style I like. I've always loved red with a white interior, or a white exterior with a red interior. For me, that's really my favorite combination. The day I have enough money to buy something I can customize, I'll definitely go for this kind of setup. Chrome and black rims with a diamond cut finish. Perfect with the chrome details. Anyway, personally, I haven't found anything better so far. This car offers comfort, prestige, power, and a great chassis. It's not a sports car, it's become more of a big grand tourer, but you can still drive fast with it. You won't take it to the track, but you can still have fun on small roads. The four-wheel steering helps a lot. It might be a little heavy, but that's the philosophy of the car. In short, out of 10, I'd give it a 9.5. Personally, I think it's just perfect. And how much would you give out of 10? Yeah, it's out of 10, not out of 20. I really like it. Oh, I'm gonna give it back, but I'll take the top down anyway. Don't move that. I love it. How beautiful is that? And it's even more beautiful like this, I think, as a convertible. With this white interior, there you go. Everything fits perfectly. I expected pressing it would lower the windows, but it actually keeps them up. It's not a big deal. I'll do it from the inside. Come on, kisses, like, subscribe, all that. I'm counting on you. Oh, yeah. When you open the top with the key like this, it automatically turns on the ventilated seats to cool them before you leave. What a life, huh? It's not easy.